All right, it's Lumi Champ with Undefined Championship Wrestling Show. Uh, right now, I got on the air right now. I got a legend of hardcore wrestling, Tommy Snow. Tommy Snow, go ahead and say hi to all the people out there.
Hey, you guys! How you guys doing today? Yay, 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 yay!
Tommy, one of the hardcore legends of wrestling, man. Tommy, you've been in the business for a while. About how long you been in this wrestling business?
Uh, 16 years.
16 years. 16 years, man. That's a long career, long, colorful career, man. You've been doing a lot of things with a lot of different organizations. I've been watching you from afar. Quite a wrestler. So,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
yes, sir. So Tommy, you got an up and coming event that's coming up, ain't you?
Oh, yes, yes. Matter of fact, this Saturday in Olney, Illinois for IWA Productions.
IWA Productions.
IWA Productions. No fooling around. Return home Saturday at 6 o'clock at 531 Whittle Avenue in Olney, Illinois. I will be in action there. And then coming up April 8th, I'll be in up by Chicago. I don't remember the name of the town, but it's for MWA.
Awesome.
And, then April 23rd, I'm going to be doing battle for KCXW in Kansas City. And then look for me around Great Plains Wrestling, WWX. And hopefully, God willing, someday I'll make it back down to NWA Texas, the top of Texas in Amarillo. That place is amazing.
That's great. That's great. So you've been in the wrestling business, you say for about 16 years. Looking over your career in wrestling, have you had any regrets?
That didn't start sooner.
That you didn't start sooner? Well, that's great to hear.
Yeah,
So,
that didn't start sooner.
so who were some of your inspirations? You would say.
Inspirations? Well, probably. I'd have to go turn back the hands of time here.
All right.
Yeah. Bruno San Martino, the Iron Sheik, Skandar Akbar, just some of the guys that really hit the road and hit it running, and to know their stories is really something. Danny Hodge, there's one guy that doesn't get enough recognition. There's Harley Race. There's all kinds of guys like that, but you really learn about the guys in the old school that were really just on the road 24/7, and how they did it and how they kept everything together was pretty awesome.
Yeah, those are some remarkable champions. Hats off to some of those legends you spoke of. Harley Race, one of them. It's really great, man. I see, you do so much in so many different organizations. The NWA, of course, has launched a lot of careers. Has also been, the cornerstone of some of the biggest careers in wrestling. So that's, it's pretty awesome that that you're affiliated with that organization.
Yeah, I was actually I was champion for him.
Yes, sir.
That was definitely a highlight. I can actually say I was NWA Texas Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, and that's quite an accomplishment. Not many people can say that.
Yeah, that was a very proud moment. And that was that's something, because I've got a lot of friends. I try to make people happy when they come see me. I want people when they come see Tommy Snow that, that $5-10, whatever they paid to get in the door, I'm going to make sure they got triple their money's worth. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure they're having a great time and they're enjoying everything. And believe it or not, I've got quite a few haters. I've got people that, just don't like me and tell me, well, he looks like Al Snow. He shouldn't wrestle. He can't do a drop kick, or he doesn't do 5 hurricanranas in one match. And guys like that, a lot of times, okay, it does kind of make me laugh a little bit, because deep down I think a lot of them were just workers that couldn't get it together and never made it in wrestling. Now they're bitter. But then a lot of it is that people just don't understand. People don't understand what pro wrestling, when you get into that ring and you give it everything, your heart and soul, and you're giving it all you got, and you reach out to the audience and you grab them by their emotional cords and you pull them in, and so that way, emotionally, the fans are in the ring with me. Emotionally, the fans are feeling every blow I get, but then they feel that rush when Tommy Snow comes back and, you know, has the big comeback. And that's what people miss a lot. And when people sit around and they just want to armchair quarterback wrestling and what certain characters people portray, you know, that's actually hurts pro wrestling. Because if you and I were sitting somewhere and we heard a couple people talking about how crappy a wrestler was and how he was just horrible for the business, well, are we going to want to go watch pro wrestling? No, we heard it said from those guys.
Right.
And, you know, but if people would just relax, get the chips off their shoulder, learn to breathe, and just appreciate a good entertainment and have a good time, pro wrestling is one of the funnest things anyone can watch and anybody can do.
I agree to the fullest extent.
Yeah, and, you know, it's pro wrestling is one of the most welcoming things in the world. I mean, there's no limits on how short you are. There's no limits how tall you are. There's no limits how skinny you are. No limits how fat you are. I mean, you can be the prettiest guy on the block. You can be the ugliest guy on the block. Thank you, I wear that hat. But you can just do about anything, and you can, you know, you can make it as a wrestler. You can go, and you can live your dream, and it's a lot of fun. You know, there's guys that have had handicaps. I mean, well, Zach Gowen, for Christ's sake, wrestled with one leg. I actually wrestled a match with a fellow in Texas who was at 100% deaf, couldn't hear a word. We signed each other during the match.
Wow.
There's a guy, his name was Blind Mike, who couldn't really see, but he wrestled. You know, for close to let me think. 21 years now. No, not 21 years now. 17 to 18 years. I think maybe 17. You know, I've been battling multiple sclerosis. And there's people that have the same stuff I have that are in wheelchairs and can't walk around.
Wow.
But, you know, I keep pushing and I keep going. And I've actually gotten to talk to fellow patients, and some of them have cried, and I've given some hugs, and, you know, they say thank you because they can't do it. So they see what I do, and they feel better about themselves. And, you know, it's just a good feeling. And it's, you know, making people happy.
Yes.
And it's not just about if someone's got MS or if someone doesn't matter, but if, you know, if I can overcome something and live a dream, then, you know, other people, they can live their dreams. And I don't care how handicapped they are, or if they, you know, can't really have to walk with a cane. Well, okay, walk with a cane, you know, but you know what? Rock that bitch like a boss. You know,
Yeah.
I want you to strut when you go check the mail in the morning, okay? And matter of fact, you know, pull your underwear up like you got a Samoan, or not a Samoan, but one of those freaking, pull your underwear up like a thong. Let people know that you ain't ashamed of nothing. And just rock it out. You know, get a bedazzler, make that cane shine. You know, but little goals like that, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to climb the Empire State Building, but just go, enjoy and have fun.
That's awesome.
Sorry,
No,
I
that's
tend to ramble.
that's some, you know, inspirational things that you're speaking there, man. Very motivational
Yeah.
to you know, to some, maybe some of the aspiring young talent out there, you know, to hear that, you know, you didn't allow anything to hinder you from, you know, continuing to work in the business, man. That's, you know, that's just, it got to me in awe, and I'm pretty sure everyone that's going to be listening to this is going to be in complete awe.
Yeah, just positive attitude, you know, power of prayer, you know, just stay positive and don't take no for an answer. And sure, you're gonna fall down, you're gonna get bumps and bruises. I had the honor and the privilege of being a trainer at the KCXW Feeder School, XWC in Kansas City, who also a lot of young talent is coming out, and they're branching out everywhere. But it is a great, great school in Raytown, Missouri. And before I was into pro wrestling, I actually coached amateur wrestling. I taught little kids and high schoolers how to wrestle. And I did that for close to 11 years. And I got, you know, by the beginning of the season, a kid couldn't tie his shoes. By the end of the season, he's getting gold medals.
Oh, that's just awesome, man.
But it's all about, you know, a positive attitude. And I remember there were times that, you know, training kids to be pro wrestlers, I would take my knowledge in conditioning and go to XWC, and I would teach these guys, hey, you got to have cardio, you got to breathe. And I know they're looking at me going, you know, who is this John Goodman keg-looking guy telling us about cardio? And the funny thing is, the first couple times I'm doing these cardio drills with them, well, I'm doing them with them. Well, these guys, some of them had bodies like Greek gods, and, you know, they're going, you know, I'm like, what's the matter? You out of breath? Come on. And, but it was a great experience. I go back from time to time to XWC, and the students there have nicknamed it Snow Days when I show up.
Oh, wow.
And some of them do, some of them I think all of a sudden have the flu when I show up, and I don't see them. But there are times I do see them. But the one thing about pro wrestling that is something that I've seen men and women that people thought were weak end up being the strongest people in the world. And I've seen people that everybody thought was the tough guy and the big bad guy on the block end up wasn't worth his salt. And that was one thing I really got to see at XWC was all the young warriors there. There's men, there's women, and that they don't just train wrestlers, they train referees, and they train managers, and it's a really great thing. But I really missed being on the road, and so I took my bow, and I said, guys, I love y'all, but I'm going to go out there and really start hitting the streets again. And so I'm back out on the circuit, and I think maybe after this year I'm going to slow down a little bit. Not because, you know, I can't do it anymore. No. That's just, don't get me wrong there at all. No, I'm just going to slow down a little bit. How do I put this? Relationships work a lot better when you're home. Hey, honey, love you. Gotta go.
I hear that.
In the past, actually, I used it as a defense mechanism. I was in an abusive relationship. Had a girlfriend that liked to drink and get violent, but that's behind me now. But I used to, you know, every chance I got, hey, I got 5. Oh, look, a booking, I gotta go. But I'm in a much better place, and I'm really enjoying life. Actually, and it was funny because when I met this young lady, she had no idea who Tommy Snow was. I said, by the way, I'm a pro wrestler. She goes, uh-huh. She goes, like on TV? I said, sort of. I said, well, they're in shape. I'm in shape too. Round is a shape, so does that count? And her first match that she got to see, it was for WWX. We were in, where were we? Larned, Kansas. It was Larned or Great Bend, one of those two. Anyway, during the match, I ended up somehow, I have a tendency to produce a giant bag of thumbtacks. And they were sitting front row, and I dumped them in front of her feet, and then I got body slammed on them. She sees it, she's like, deep down I'm thinking, oh, this is so cool.
That's when she saw the snow turn crimson.
No, actually I wasn't crimson, I was sparkly because the light hit the thumbtacks just right. It was all sparkly, but Don't let it come out. She hasn't seen a Crimson Mask yet. I am no stranger to those. So.
Yeah, I see that.
But
So you're pretty psyched up? So are you pretty psyched up about your upcoming event?
Oh yeah. I'm really ready to go. I love going down to Oweney. IWA Productions is a great place. There's phenomenal wrestlers there, and one thing about wrestlers is we only see each other. Okay, there's 4 weekends in a month. Say that's 4 different companies.
Right.
One company runs once a month. Well, some of those guys that, you only see once a month. And if that company doesn't run again, you only see them once every 2 months. So it's like seeing a distant relative when you finally see them. So every little show was kind of like a homecoming.
I hear that.
We really become close, because a lot of these locker rooms, some of them are real small, and so we get kind of cuddly. And it's like, oh, hi guys. But yeah, we've really become some of the best organizations. When you're in a locker room and it feels like family, it's phenomenal.
That's awesome. So Tommy, what would you say was your biggest accomplishment so far in wrestling?
My biggest accomplishment in wrestling, I would say making it as far as I have. I've had several titles, and those were all accomplishments. I was honored to hold every single one of them. But actually, I would say my biggest accomplishment is when I can look at a fan or get a nice email from somebody that feels better and is inspired. Just knowing that I've got the power to give that positive energy and that hope to people makes me feel good.
That's awesome, Tommy. Well, thank you.
I actually got to speak at an MS Walk one time, and it was really, really great.
Yeah, you're doing great things, man.
I'm sorry?
I said you're doing a lot of great things, man. It's inspirational to hear. Like I said, you continue to, push yourself to the limits. Everything that you do for the fans and, all the hearts that you inspire, man, it's very moving, man.
No, it's fun. Here in Topeka, I wrestle for OCW, and that's a great company. The beginning of my music is Sloth from the Goonies going, "Hey, you guys," and the venue that we're at has the concrete walls, and the crowd, it echoes so loud in there. And every time I just giggle because I'm like, Sloth made everybody happy.
So about how many championships in total have you held?
Let me see. Matters. I have pictures on the wall. I can just count them. I always take pictures, that way my kids get older because they see, look. Okay, let's see. OCW Hardcore Championship, NWA Texas Heavyweight Championship, IWA Productions Heavyweight Champion, Wham Hardcore Championship, the Wham Tag Team Championships, the Whiplash Tag Team Championships. I'm currently the NWA Mid-Stage Champion, and I got the Whiplash Tag Team Championships again. Those are the ones I've got.
Highly decorated champion.
Only want to wear shiny clothes, man.
All right, Tommy. You've been a great man. You've been a great segment that we've got here. Is there anything else you want to tell your people out there, man? You want to tell them again about your show?
Yeah, hey, everybody out there in internet land, please come out and try to see me this Saturday, IWA Productions in Olney, Illinois. Then look me up on the internet, NWA. Look up KCXW or Great Plains Wrestling or OCW or WWX. I would love to see any of you people at any of those shows. Come up to me, talk to me. You know, I don't bite. I only my opponents in the butt when I'm wrestling them, but you know, come up beside me. I'll sit down. I'll talk to you. You know, we'll have a great time. But I want everyone to stay out there, stay positive, keep God in your heart, keep smiling, and keep reaching for your own stars. Because there are no limits. Anyone can do anything they want.
Thanks, Tommy. Tommy Snow, a true champion.